breastfeeding update. She is currently 6 weeks now, and breastfeeding has been going great. There were a little bumps in the roads when we first began. I would say the first week is just the most toughest week to get through, and that's just my opinion. This is my third child that I've breastfed, and to me the first week was the toughest week to get through by far. I feel like if you can make it past that first week, then you can do it. Like, you can. But the first week, because you have to deal with the engorgement and the bleeding nipple and just the pain that comes along with the engorgement and your nipple tearing and stuff from baby feeding, and you know, just because the baby is, as you're learning to breastfeed, so is the baby. So some babies have a stronger suction just because they don't know how easy the milk is gonna come let down, and colostrum is very thick, so it's they do have to suckle a little harder to get that out. But so starting from day one, she latched on like a champ. Like, she did really good, and she fed really great, and I was fine at first. My milk came in the second day. It did not take 3 days for my milk to come in. It came in yeah, like a little bit over 24 hours it came in, and it wasn't a big like increase. It wasn't like a lot of milk or whatever. What are you doing, mama? It was just enough for her, so she wasn't choking on it or anything like that. And she fed really good. She fed, I would say, the longest she stretched for like 3.5 hours. They want you to wake baby up every 2 to 2.5 hours. Her stretches were every 3.5 hours. I did try to do the every 2 hours, every 2.5 hours feed, but I even downloaded an app and everything. But yeah, it just wasn't working. I could try to wake her up, and if she was not hungry, she was not going to latch on. No matter what I did, she would, you know, just sleep right through it. And then I had a big milk mess because I have a big milk supply just by itself. Once, I would say, by the 5th day, I had a nice size milk supply. So if I touched her, I could immediately feel my boobs filling up. Crazy, but that's the kind of bond you have with your baby when you breastfeed. But so I had, like, you know, to deal with the milk stain on the shirt and stuff like that, so I stopped. I fed on demand. When she wanted to eat, that is when I fed her. And that's pretty much how it's been since then. I feed her when she wants to eat, but the only downside is I have a large milk supply, and my boobs fill up and she doesn't want to eat, and I don't force her to eat. I've decided that I'm going to start pumping just to, you know, have milk set aside. I do want to go back to work, but I don't trust daycares, especially not with my child that does not know how to talk. Not saying I'm against daycares 100%, because both my first daughter and my son, they both attended daycare, but not until they were talking, and they could tell me, mommy, you know, such and such did this, or just, especially the way the daycares are nowadays. I just don't trust it, but I do plan on breastfeeding, or not necessarily breastfeeding, but giving her breast milk up until the age of 2. That's what I did with my first 2, so I plan on doing it with her, except for I plan on not exclusively breastfeeding. I plan on introducing her to the bottle by probably maybe 3 months or so. Oh, so let's get back to the first week. The first week was good. The second week, however, my nipples got so raw that I had to, like my left one, it got so raw, it started bleeding, it was sticking to the breast pad, and it was horrible, you guys. Like, it hurt so bad that I was afraid to feed her on that side. And then I ran across someone's YouTube channel, and they said something about a nipple shield, and I'm like, a nipple shield? Like, I've never heard of that before. And I've breastfed 2 kids, and they said they got it from Walmart, so I immediately got on the internet and looked it up. And then I live like 5 minutes away from my Walmart, so I immediately went down there. It cost about $10, and then I had to get that lanolin cream as well. They didn't have a little one, so I had to get the big one for $10. And the lanolin cream mixed with the nipple shield did wonders, you guys. The lanolin cream allowed my nipple to heal, and the nipple shield, I was able to feed her again on my left side versus just keep giving her my right one. I was able to feed her because the nipple shield, it allowed her to latch onto me, but not like physically latch onto me. It was like almost like as if you're pumping and your nipple goes into the pump. It was like that. So she wasn't actually on me. When I first introduced her to it, she wasn't on it. I'm not even gonna lie. She was like, you know, spit it out and everything like that, and made a little sour face. But I talked to her, and she eventually took it, and I had to use that shield for about a week until I was completely healed, and then slowly started to just like take it off every other feeding. I didn't just go cold turkey because it was still sore. Even though it had healed up, it was still sore. So we used that for about, I would say, 9 days or so, and then I stopped using that. And she's been feeding like a champ, you guys. And like I said, I have a nice supply of milk. I haven't started to store any yet, but eventually I will. I started off using the cloth breast pads, but because of my milk supply, I wouldn't recommend this to anybody. My milk supply is so like heavy that I have to change my breast pads probably every 2 hours, if that. Like, that's how much milk I produce. So one time I was talking to someone, and I had these on, and I did not notice that I leaked right through it, came into my shirt, and I was so embarrassed. It wasn't a family member or anything like that. It was one of my friends. But I was embarrassed, like, you know, so I don't know. I wouldn't recommend these to anybody. I do have them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I just keep them up. But I do use the disposable nursing pads, and I'm going to do a review on these because I wouldn't recommend this brand just because these I have to change like every hour. I don't know. But I use the disposables. And she is gaining weight. So I'm going to show you her real quick. Her getting so big and chunky. Look at that belly. Look at that belly. Say hi, Tube. Say hi. She's asleep. Which is more than likely all the time. Every time you guys see us, she's asleep. She's so gorgeous, you guys. But that is it for our 6-week breastfeeding journey, and I look forward to 6 more weeks and beyond. And I will do another update probably when she reaches 6 months. All right, talk to you soon.